guys, welcome back. It's time for another React to God Emperor Pimp Fleekazoid. This is the Geoff Save Gaming, Busty Games are back, Hideo Freakoff.
Budgets are back, pimps! Not in Kojima's game, he's still separating more women from their shoes than TSA. But over here, we've got golden robo titties, robo jiggle joints. We got more big tits and a house party in Beverly Hills. Even Geoff's got a dozen waifu games in here paying his rent.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Any of these games be good? Listen, for right now, they'll at least have 2 redeeming qualities, and that's enough.
For real, though.
Because it's that time of the year where we get hyped over a bunch of lies.
Yes! Give me the lies. Tell me sweet little lies.
Opened up by showing an awesome game that has heavy metal music, a rotund man doing wheelies, shooting flamethrowers, takedowns, gypsies, and best of all, gypsy takedowns.
Gypsy takedowns. Oh, that was cool.
Jesus.
Oh my God, what was that? Like octopus Jesus? What?
A wave of nostalgia is coming over me, friend. Ooh, tell me what is this game called? It's a Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
I haven't been this bamboozled since my last trip to Thailand.
I feel like he isn't that big on Dark Souls games.
Speaking of big reveals, licensed games are having a second coming, pimps. Straight from the phantom lines of THQ. We're getting Invincible, Deadpool, Dune, The Expanse, Scott Pilgrim, Game of Thrones, Dexter, but he's James Bond. And all these games mean nothing to me because the Robocock of Justice is getting takedowns. Let me tell you something personal.
Wait, what did that say? Devastating finishing moves. Oh, cool.
Let me tell you something personal, pimp. Ever since I was a boy, I've wanted to slam a man's head into an industrial vent because he littered. Taeyeon, I've got a chubby the size of Mount Rushmore.
Wait, look at that Mount Rushmore real quick. I love this.
You are givers. No. Don't tell me that you can't do this to litterers. It's been a while since I've been chubbed up. Let me ride the high. Damn, I lost it. Kojima must be nearby.
Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who said each of his games pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions.
Oh my God, now I need some Krispy Kreme. I can't remember the last time I had it.
He is the sun in my moon. Hopefully, he will bear.
It's so good if it's just like fresh out of the oven and like hot though. Oh my God.
My children.
Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Kojimbus walked out to announce more walking slop, keeping the hype going by showing an absolutely electric 7-minute conversation in a sepia-tone room, then left.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? What is this game? Oh my God, this is like the most boring room they could imagine. Like this is just like some, I want to call it like Karen beige right here.
Then he came back because he had more to say, because Kojima always has more to say, especially about Kojima. This time it was to announce he has a USB stick of, quote, game ideas. Is that what we're calling it these days?
Okay.
Yeah, sure, buddy. I know what you mean by
right.
It means the feet scans of every Hollywood actress from the last 20 years. Toronto is going to be hunting after that USB like the holy fucking grail. Domino oregano, Hideo-san. My sweet lover. And we got Wu-Chang, Wu-Tang, Moo-Dang, not to be confused with Mo-Dang, the cute-ass baby hippo.
Mo-Dang! Oh my God, she's so freaking cute. Oh my God.
Love that hippo.
Yeah, I do
looks
too.
like a solid 57% mix. Wu-Tang was just 45 seconds of showing a wall. And Wu-Tang...
Oh my God, did they literally just show a wall and like just move on? Okay.
Wu-Chang's gonna put me through an unspeakable hell to see some breastises. Story of my life, Jim.
I mean, like, Wu-Chang does look like pretty good though. Like, I'm always like down for some kind of like Elden Ring with like tits.
Game keeps stressing everywhere that this is a reimagining of the character that is their take and completely standalone. Does that mean this scene won't be making a reappearance?
Man talk.
Oh, can't do that anymore.
Me no, I'm trying to shave money for the organ donor edition of Borderlands.
What? $129.99 for a super deluxe edition? Are you fucking kidding me?
Geoff announced Ill, a game where you go around shooting limp dick zombies and punt kicking the cast of Rugrats. And before you ask, yes, I will gladly punt kick that baby. I'll punt kick his ass back into the womb. But speaking of silly little baby games, Sonic Racing announced a new racist called Hatsune Miku. I have no clue who this is, but I'm sure it's a big improvement over the last Sega racing game that featured famous NASCAR crasher Danica Patrick.
He just said famous NASCAR crasher, not famous NASCAR driver.
As long as we're talking about crashes, Mind's Eye also paid Geoff's ransom demands to be here. Let me tell you a little something about Mind's Eye.
Oh my god, it's the Fleekazoid! Yes! Oh my god, the Fleekazoid joke from the first like Assassin's Creed of this year just had me like on the floor, like rolling, laughing. It was so funny.
Mind's Eye is so good that before release, the suits were running from it like the bubonic plague. They were afraid of how good this game was and how much money they'd make. What?
Holy shit. 148 at peak. That is horrible. And I actually saw a video like last week from someone who was like, they wanted to pay me a sponsorship for this like good review, but I literally couldn't do it. This game is horrible. And then it was just a review about like why the game was horrible. And I was like, that is such a Chad move. I love this.
One of the devs even said that this game anticipates the future. If that's the case, the future is looking very inbred. Mafia heard everyone's complaints about Mafia 3 not being a Mafia game, so they made Mafia 4 an Uncharted game. Silent Hill is getting not one, but 2 more games.
Oh.
Nice. Congrats. Happy for you. Let's go check back in on the dickheads that own everything I love.
World premiere.
Phil Spencer is hitting that Ozempic. Sorry, no Gears of War ED today,
Nice.
guys. They made a trailer, but they couldn't get it up in time. Don't fret, though.
Nice.
Gears of War fans, it could be worse. We could be Thief fans. Hey, idiot! How does,
Wait, I don't even know what this game is. It looks like Assassin's Creed.
how does it feel to have your favorite franchise brought back only for it to be in VR? Not good, right?
Yeah.
And I know.
Yeah, I don't like VR like at all.
I'm a Batman fan. This has happened to me twice.
Oh my god.
More time, and who's to f***ing say what all be released? Deadpool is also
Wait, why is he saying that while he's a UPS fan? Like, why is he saying that while he's a UPS fan? That's sus.
Deadpool is also getting another game in VR, specifically on the
Ooh.
Zuckerberg honeypot device that buys exclusivity for almost every VR game. And I speak for everyone when I say, I'm not letting that
Oh my
lizard man
God.
see inside my goon cave. Don't worry your pretty little
don't.
heads about it.
I wouldn't either let him see inside my goon cave. Not like I have one.
Index fans, go back to playing Half-Life Alyx for the 50th time. I got you. Go beat your saber again. I got you. I don't care how many gold chains he wears. Swapping from business to I'm not spying on you casual ain't fooling me, Buster. I don't care if you put on Flavor Flav's clock. The Spank Citadel is for Gabe's eyes only, bitch.
Yeah, I agree with that one for sure.
Speaking of which, Gabe Newell showed up to the Summer Game Fest to announce that he has a super yacht, showing illiterate
Ooh.
kids everywhere that you don't need to be able to count to 3 in order to afford a yacht.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gabe Newell. Very inspiring. All right, let's bang out.
Gabe Newell, co-founder of Valve Corporation, has an armada of luxury yachts worth around $1 billion. Damn!
All right, let's bang out some hardcore detailed analysis real quick. Friend slop, friend slop, friend slop, friend slop. People say if Left 4 Dead came out today, we'd call it friend slop. Damn right I would. Hell, I'd go even further than that. Hide and seek is the original friend slop. Marriage, friend slop. Nuance is for people with PhDs. I wrote this script with a crayon. Let's get
Yeah, so if your girlfriend wants to get married, you want to just be like, hey, I don't consume slop, okay? Like, I'm not gonna consume that friend slop. I'm better than that.
This game had an ass so fat it had this guy dancing. I got 20 ads for the new Switch. Shout out to everyone that won the Switch 2 giveaways, by the way. Metal Gear Solid Delta looks great. Onimusha looks great. Dying Like the
Ooh.
Beast looks good. Stranger Than Heaven looks fantastic. RGG's actually got to make new assets for this one. It's good to see they're re-releasing Bioshock Infinite without all the escort missions. Scum took a shit on the showcase. And speaking of which, Ninja Gaiden 4 looks like a piece of art. Nothing but absolute art.
I agree. That looks like a couple of pairs of great art.
Price is a little steep at $1,000, but they gotta
What?
get you to hop on Game Pass somehow. And when did a little extortion ever hurt anyone? Resident Evil Requiem was announced.
Requiem?
Now I just need you to watch something for me. For the audio listeners, what we're watching here is Raccoon City getting leveled by the force of 1,000 suns.
Oh my God.
Think the highest budget live leak you've ever seen. Now, as that
crazy.
guy, that Ford Bronco, and that Quiznos gets consumed by the fiery wrath of God's mistakes. Tell me, do you think anything in this city is left? No,
No?
right? Wrong. Every building is still standing. Hell, I think I see a Margaritaville is still open. Shit, is that a McDonald's over there? Hey, you want a radioactive Big Mac? Jokes aside,
You know what they say, after nuclear war, the only thing that'll be left are roaches and Margaritavilles.
glad we retconned the nuclear bomb to a little oopsie daisy. After getting chokeslammed by
Oopsie
the
whoopsie, we had a wucky.
vampire with the massive mommy milkers, I'll tell you this much, I am excited to finally be able to play a Resident Evil game again with both hands on the controller. In the PlayStation showcase, lately, they've been eating more ass than Dawes eating cheeseburgers. F***ing Dawes, he's the only guy more allergic to green than Sony.
That was like the funniest thing I've like ever heard. I love it when Daw makes an appearance.
Encore, then Marathon, and the Swamp Thing.
I'm gonna be a dad.
What the fuck's it got to do with me? I don't give a fuck about
But finally, PlayStation's announced that they want to make money again. So inspired by
Wow.
their muse, Stellar Yams, they said, bam! Marvel minus Capcom with a big budget store. Bam! Hey, remember when the French said, ho croissant, croissant, croissant,
I remember that. I remember
Team
that
Ninja
very well.
just announced that Neo 3 will be mixing ninjas and samurais into one character.
Holy shit, you're telling me it can be done? It's possible to have a ninja and samurai in one character and not like split the fantasies?
Done what no other Frenchman has done before. They didn't surrender and they achieved victory. Wouldn't you know it? All Ubisoft was missing was something called a single button press. Have you heard of
Holy
this? And you
shit.
already know Neo 3's gonna have a big budget because Neo 2 had a massive budget. Have you
right.
all forgotten that tall lady with those voluptuous curves, that wild, untamed bush, and those fine Edo-era Japanese oak railings with golden fixtures? Whoa, that's just my couch in her living room. This house is this man's wife, by the way. Now let's bring it back over to bootleg Bethesda.
When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other.
I still can't go.
You know, I feel like they didn't have to put Avowed like in this advertisement. Like, is that supposed to make me want to buy Outer Worlds 2? Like, it's making me do the opposite. Like, Obsidian is having a year. That's the truth.
Still can't go left. The Outer Worlds heard my complaints about having to strap 2 rounds of 9mm together to make 12 gauge and fixed it by making my knees pop when I stand up.
It's gonna hear you.
Better idea. I'm dummy thick and the clap of my ass cheeks alerts the guards. No takers? All right. I mean, I don't gotta tell you guys what happened the last time an artist got rejected, but you know what? Hey, you take that chance, right? At least the game's not $80 goddamn dollars. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I gotta shut off your life support. The Outer Worlds 2 is coming out. $80 so I can pay for your goddamn Port Royale Burnout Notch Lucky Brand tees. Retod was right about you.
Remastered Todd.
Tony Hawk's getting Michelangelo. I mean, not to overreact because I'm not really a big overreactor, but wow, that's pretty neat. Todd Howard didn't make it to the event.
Todd Howard, he's so short.
Car broke down on the way there. State of Decay is in a state of delay. And finally, Fable didn't make an appearance tonight, and for that, I'm thankful.
I wish they made an appearance. I want to see like what horrible state it's in because it would be funny. Maybe I'm a bad person.
Game announcement here tonight. No, it wasn't an accident. I just hate that game, and you should take it very personally. Make sure you let me know about it on every social media platform, especially Twitter. And while you're at it, mark down on your calendar that the Fleek Award Game Show SummerSlam is coming June 28th at 7 p.m. EST. Come see Naughty Dog Stellar Blade take on the real Stellar Blade. Come see Flom and Jesus Christ take on Nintendo and Satan. Maybe, possibly. Find out yourself. June 28th at 7 p.m. EST. You know who's gonna win UFC 317? You, because you won't be watching it. You'll be watching the Fleek SummerSlam. See you there.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It'll really help me feed the algorithm gods, and please let me know of any other videos you'd like me to react to.